Rose Hall is a plantation house located in Montego Bay, Jamaica, that has long been rumored to be haunted by the ghost of Annie Palmer, also known as the White Witch of Rose Hall. According to legend, Palmer was a cruel and ruthless mistress of the plantation who murdered 3 of her husbands and numerous slaves. It is said that her ghost still haunts the house, appearing as a woman in white and causing strange noises and unexplained events. Many people who have visited the house claim to have experienced paranormal activity, including hearing footsteps and seeing ghostly apparitions. Rose Hall was built in 1770 by John Palmer, an English planter and slave trader. It was built in the Georgian style, and it stands as a reminder of Jamaica's colonial past. The history of Rose Hall and the legend of Annie Palmer are intertwined and have become an integral part of the house's reputation as a haunted location. It was owned by several different families over the years, but it is the story of Annie Palmer that has captured the imagination of visitors and locals alike. After John Palmer's death, the estate passed on to his wife, Annie Palmer, who was known as the White Witch of Rose Hall. According to the legend, Palmer was born in Haiti and grew up in a voodoo-practicing household. She moved to Jamaica as a young woman and married John Palmer, the owner of Rose Hall. It is said that she quickly became known for her beauty and charisma, but also for her cruelty and lack of empathy. She is rumored to have murdered 3 of her husbands, as well as many of the slaves on the plantation. It is believed that she practiced voodoo and used it to control the slaves and exert her power over them. She was known for her cruelty and bad temper, and for killing slaves and slaves' children. Palmer issued commands to the slaves from her balcony each morning. Punishment for anything on the part of a slave could earn a whipping or death, depending upon the lady's mood that day. Her voodoo included the practice of human sacrifice. This included babies and young children. Palmer subsequently used these bones in her dark arts. This evil earned her the name the White Witch of Jamaica. Annie was killed in a slave rebellion in 1831. The slaves put her in a protected grave that was supposed to prevent her from rising and roaming the plantation. It wasn't done properly, however, and it failed to contain her. Her spirit is still said to rule the Rose House today. After her death in 1831, the estate passed on to her husband's nephew, John Palmer Jr. In 1840, the estate was sold off to Charles Price. In the 20th century, it was restored and opened to the public as a museum and tourist attraction. It is now a popular destination for visitors to Jamaica, and many people come to see the house and learn about its history. Since the death of Annie Palmer, many have reported sightings of a ghostly figure believed to be her spirit wandering the grounds of Rose Hall. She is said to be wearing a white dress and has been seen in various parts of the house. Some people claim to have seen her ghostly apparition, while others have heard footsteps and other strange sounds. Local legends say that Annie Palmer practiced dark arts and made a deal with the devil to gain great power. They also say that she killed 3 husbands and many slaves before being murdered herself by a slave rebellion. Some believe that the sightings of the White Witch are just superstition and legend, while others believe that there is more to it than meets the eye. Some theories suggest that the sightings are triggered by residual energy from traumatic events that occurred at Rose Hall during Annie Palmer's time there. Others believe that it could be an entity or spirit that is attached to the estate or to Annie Palmer herself. There are many stories and accounts of paranormal activity at Rose Hall, and it is often cited as one of the most haunted places in Jamaica. Some people believe that the legend of the White Witch is a true story and that Palmer's ghost really does haunt the house. Others view the legend as more of a tourist attraction and a way to add intrigue and mystery to the house's history. The history of Rose Hall and its mysterious haunting have been a source of fascination for many. The story has become a part of Jamaican folklore and has been passed down through generations as a warning against cruelty and evildoing. No matter what one may believe about the mysterious sightings at Rose Hall, it is undeniable that it has helped to bring attention to the dark history that Jamaica has endured. It serves as a reminder to all that no matter how much time passes, we must never forget our past and learn from it so that future generations can live in a better world. The haunting of Rose Hall has brought awareness to Jamaica's past struggles with colonialism, slavery, and mistreatment of people by those in power. The haunting of Rose Hall is an interesting phenomenon that helps shed light on the dark history of Jamaica. Its legacy will continue to be remembered as a warning to be aware of our actions and their consequences, as well as an appreciation for those who suffered through difficult times in order for us to have a better future.